Thank you for watching our Devos today. Now, if you've missed any, all week long, I've been talking about, does God talk to us? Does he speak to us? And the answer is yes. As I said before, it might be through a sermon. It might be in a dream. And it may not be that you see God in the dream. It might be that you see a loved one that's gone on to heaven. And they're talking to you and they tell you something. It might be that you're talking to somebody in church or somebody at a Bible study. And they say something and it hits you like in a real strange way. God's talking to you. But he always talks to you because he wants you to do something. Now look with me here. God spoke to Samuel. I like this one. Remember, his mama was begging. I was just reading this in devotions this morning. She was begging that God would give her a baby. And she goes, now listen, if you give me a baby, I'm going to give this baby back to you one day to serve you. And she did it. I think about that every time we have our baby dedication. Okay, so here's young Samuel. He's like a young boy, young teenage boy, and he's sleeping. 1 Samuel 3, verse 4. Then the Lord called Samuel, and he said, here I am. And he ran to Eli. He thinks Eli, this high priest, he's living like in his home. He's been given over to the priest to be raised as a priest in the Old Testament. Now, let me tell you something. They need a priest in the Old Testament. They need priests today, okay? Just so you know that. Priest in the Old Testament stood between you and God, okay, but not today. So he goes running to the high priest, and he goes, here I am for you. You called me. And now Eli said, I didn't call. Lie down again. So he went down and he lay down again. Okay, so here, it happened again. It happened again. And then Eli said, listen, if you keep hearing a voice calling out to you, that is God. That's God talking to you. He said, now, when he calls out to you again, he goes, I want you to be real still and let him know I'm listening. Now it happens. 1 Samuel 3, verse 10. Now the Lord came and stood calling as other times. I looked at what that means is it's dark and God is standing in the dark in his room. Wow. I mean, think about that. How awesome. He goes, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel said, speak, for your servant hears. I like that. Hey, let me tell you, you will be blessed. And I didn't say this all week long. When God is speaking to you through an individual, he's speaking to you through his word. He's speaking to you through a sermon. And something strikes you. You just stop right then and say, okay, God, what do you want me to do? I can feel it. I know there's something you want me to do. Here I am. I like that. In the end of your life, in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Now, Abraham Lincoln said that, and I like that. He died before his time. I would rather live shorter years, but those years were lived meaningful, in touch with the Holy God, obeying him, submitting to him, doing what he has told me to do. Then to live a real nice long life and sit back on some beach and walk along and pick up some stupid seashells, okay? I'm just saying it straight. There's more to life than that. More to life than that. He's speaking to somebody who's listening to me right now. Jeremiah 1:5. I'm cutting off a little short on the last one here today. But look here. Before I formed you in the womb. Did you hear that? I knew you. We say, if a woman has a baby and it's just been conceived, is it really a baby? Absolutely. If there's a baby, I don't care, it's a week old, that God knows that little baby. We say, we're going to have a child, but it was an uh-oh. It's not an uh-oh. Look here. And before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. Okay, so God knew you before you were born. There's somebody he wants you to marry. There's something he wants you to do. There's work he wants you to do. There's people he wants you to save. There's people he wants you to help. And there is a God he wants you to please. And I hope you're doing it today. Listen to his voice.